Simple Home Finance is a software company that creates home finance solutions. When we create our solutions, we try to do a few things to help you. 1, drive your money further, to do more with what you have. 2, to stay financially balanced no matter what you're trying to achieve. And 3, to know more about your finances than anyone else, because they are, after all, your finances. And that includes your bank, your mortgage broker, your investment advisor, etc. We design our solutions so you can do this in minutes a week of your time. Take control of your finances. We talk about it, we hear about it, we think we need to do it, but how do we know we've actually done it? When you take control of your finances, you're actually taking control of your future. What that means is when you take control of your finances, you're deciding when you'll retire, how you retire, where you'll retire, how it will be funded, where your kids will go to school, how you'll pay for it, how you're going to go on vacation without going into debt. When you take control of your finances, you actually take control of your future. So how do we get control? There's spending to control, goals to fund, debt to eliminate, retirement to plan for and fund. But you've also got college costs if you have kids. You've got to buy cars along the way. You've got Christmases and birthdays. We have to do all this within our income. Don't we need a planning system that handles all of this stuff? Put it all in kind of one place? Simple Home Finance's Master Money Toolkit was designed for that purpose. To succeed, follow a proven process. We chose Plan, Do, Review. Our products are built around this process. This is a proven management process. And planning is the most important part, and here's why. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. If you don't have a plan, you're going to fail. Think about it this way. If you're going to build a house, you have a blueprint. When the house is done, it better line up with your blueprint, right? That's your plan. If you make a meal for the first time, you need a recipe to follow. If you're going to have a game plan to be the best team in the league, you really need to have a plan. How are you going to accomplish that? What's your game plan? Let's see how Plan to Review will work in your finances. Number 1 is planning right here. It's future-oriented always. It's great for setting goals and achieving goals, paying bills now and in the future. It's defining where you want to go, what you want to do. And it's part of your plan, and the plan fits within your income. Then the do part is simply follow your plan and spend and save accordingly. And adjust for what life might throw at you, maybe a battery for your car or taking your dog to the vet. When we do the do part, then we create these transactions over here at our bank, credit card company, etc. And accounting is very interested in those transactions. It defines what we've done. It defines where we've been. But when it starts with a plan, you can look at those transactions and figure out where maybe you got off plan or how to improve your plan. And that completes the Plan to Review process. It's a continuous process, week in and week out, month in and month out. Good financial management requires that we be proactive. You can't get control of your finances. You're not going to master your money unless you are proactive. Decide what you want in life. Are you planning for your future or stuck in the past? Are you planning where you want to go, or are you stuck where you are? That's the question, really. Well, let's say you were going to drive this car from Dallas to Chicago. Would you start by looking out the back window? Well, of course not. Right? You get a map, find the cheapest, fastest way to Chicago, wouldn't you? But most of the current financial solutions today start by looking where you've been. They look out that back window. They're not good for helping you figure out how to get where you want to go, right? How to retire, how to buy the next car. It's not good for that. But you've got to have a plan, and that plan is your budget. Losing control of spending. Here's how it happens. This is the perfect picture here. Income feeds into the budget, which is how we control what we do with our income. It funds our goals, and it pays our expenses, and it fits within our income, and it's beautiful. In reality, here's what happens. We live beyond our means. It could be a huge mortgage or expensive cars, a maid, a gardener. It's different for everybody. But you know what those things are, and if you're living beyond your means, then you're not going to be able to fund your goals. It's about self-discipline. Next, there's what we call budget leaks. What are budget leaks? It's off-budget spending, right? You pull out your debit card or your credit card, you buy coffee, drinks, lunch out, dinner out. You do it day in and day out, week in and week out, and it chews up your income, such that you may not be able to fund your goals at the end or pay your rent or your mortgage. It gets to be a serious problem if we don't plug those leaks. Plugging leaks is pretty easy. We can tell you how to do that in a seminar. But living within our income, that's a self-control thing. But if we do those two things, then we can confidently direct deposit money from our income to our goals because we know the money will be there. Attain your goals. Dreams are great. We all have them, but when do we achieve our dreams? It doesn't really happen, right? Goals, you have to set a goal to achieve something. How do you take a dream and turn it into a goal? Pretty straightforward, really. You got to name it. It's got to be specific. It's buying a new car. It's going on vacation. It's sending my kids to college. That kind of thing. It's specific. It's measurable. I need to know how much money I need to do that, whatever that thing is. It's attainable. It fits within my ability to save that money, to do it. And it's relevant to my life, to what I want to do with my life, to my goals. And it's time-bound. I know when it begins. I know when it ends. I know what I need to have at the end. So I've got 10 years. I've got 5 years. I got 1 year. Our goal workbench forces you, or you must, put it that way, fund it by a paycheck or the budget in the system. Okay? Really, a goal is nothing if it's not funded. But then you can model saving more money or earning at a different interest rate or taking more time. Those kinds of things. You can play around with it to achieve your goals. It's a powerful tool. Take some pain out of paying bills. We all hate paying bills. I hate paying bills. You probably do too. We try to do some things to make it a little bit easier. How do we do that? On the budget, we highlight bills that are due each week in the current week from Sunday to Saturday. That means when you set a due date on your category on the budget, and the week it's due, it'll highlight on the budget. You'll know you've got to pay it. We also let you set a paid why, so you know you've paid it. So later in the month, you can go back, yes, I did pay it. Okay, and then the next week, when you have a new set of bills due from Sunday to Saturday, you're going to see the bills you paid last time. You're going to see the bills that are due this time. You're going to see the bills that are due in the future, and you're going to be using the plan due review process. You'll be following that. We keep track of your usernames and passwords. These are all over the place, and we've got a lot of them. We try to do some things just in this system. So we keep the web address for the payee or the account company, the provider of your account, whether it be your goal or your investments. And we also let you keep that information about that account. So username, password, account number, account information. And you keep it right in the tool, right next to the budget, right on the budget on the category, right on the goal, right on the investment itself. So this way you can keep those things and use them every time. So you can click out from the budget to pay a bill. You can click out from the goal to update the amount you've saved for that goal. You can click out on an account, investment account, and update the amount you've saved for that account, in that account. Prepare for big changes in life. You know, life happens. Change happens. We move. We have babies. We change jobs. Change is a part of life. We need to be able to handle change, right? And a lot of times we know the change is coming, but how do we plan for that change? Living on the budget that we have. Here's what we do. We take the current budget and income that you have, but you, with a click, move it over to a modeling solution where you can create that perfect solution. And you can set a date when that becomes your real budget. And then with a click, put it over and use it as your real budget. It's a really slick solution for managing change. Get out of debt. People want an easy way to get out of debt. They want that erase debt easy button, but getting into debt is way too easy, and getting out of debt is very hard. Our software allows you to create a payoff plan for all your debts. Plus, your loans can be connected to your budget. What that really means is you can create a payoff plan, but now you can follow your plan and pay it off based on your budget, fitting within your income. It's the key. Plan for retirement. Wow, that's where I want to be with my wife, huh? Success comes from creating a plan. Now, if you're working today, whether you're 25 or 50, you should have a retirement plan. If you don't have one, start now. You need to have a retirement plan if you're going to retire one day. Don't put your head in the sand and just hope it all works out. It doesn't work that way. You have to have a plan. And then when you get closer, you have to pick strategies that will help you retire and stay retired. So our retirement planning system allows you to play with some of those variables. You have annuities, you have reverse mortgages, you have inheritance that comes in, you work part-time in retirement, you work a year longer, you invest for a higher return. We'll let you do all of those things that come up with that plan that lets you retire. But then we let you also plan right through retirement. Planning through retirement is harder than planning for retirement. Simple Home Finance's Master Money Toolkit. We have an evaluate section, a budgeting section, a debt section, and a retirement section. In the evaluate section, we have the goal workbench where you plan for and attain your goals. In the budgeting section, we have a budget and income, and these are tied together and allow you to drive your money where you want it to go. And we have this modeling solution to plan for big changes in your life. On the debt side, we have this loan workbench, which summarizes these 12 loans, which are reusable and can be credit card, installment, or home equity loans, and this conventional mortgage. And it summarizes on the workbench where you can prioritize the payoff of these based on a priority scheme. Highest rate, lowest balance, shortest payback. You pick one, we'll get you out of debt pretty quick. And then retirement, we have planning. Planning is the kind of control center for retirement in the retirement system. And we also have this workbench. This workbench allows you to figure out how to grow your investments faster, both before and during retirement, so you can leave an inheritance. If you're interested in learning more, contact us by email at marketing@simplehomefinances.com. We really, in our heart of hearts, want to work with the Christian church. This was designed to help give new tools to the Christian church so they can manage money better. We do provide group discounts. Remember, master your money, secure your financial future, and sleep well at night.